Hi. Object detection is easy, but keeping track on a specific person in a live stream, now it's getting more interesting. Let's explain what we are going to do today. We will take this Python library named Norfair, and this Python library has the ability to do tracking on videos, and it uses many types of detectors, like using YOLO, Decathlon 2 and YOLOv8 and other detectors. And we will take this video file. It's a video file of a table tennis, and we will try to detect the persons on this video file using this Norfair lightweight Python library. So it will be a very simple code. This will be our code. We will start with the installation part and learn how to create the Conda environment and all the requirements. As you can see, it's based on PyTorch and this Norfair lightweight Python library. And then we will code this part, a very short code, and learn how to extract the frames and do this tracking. Basically, we are opening a stream now with the YouTube, and then try to detect everything. You can see here a person and also more persons here in the crowd. But most important, it's not just a detection, it's also a tracking. You can see here the labeled 2. This is person number 2, and here is person number 6, and here is person number 4, and here is person number 1. So there is a consistency with the tracking process. So let's start with the installation. So first of all, we will create a new and fresh Python environment, and you can choose your custom name. I name it Norfair, and it's based on Python 3.11. Then of course you should activate this environment. I already did all the installations, so I will do a quick cover. Next, you should install OpenCV. In this tutorial, I am using OpenCV with version 4.10.0.84. Next, you should install the Norfair Python library. You can send it 2 arguments. The argument video, meaning that you can add several video helper features or functions running using OpenCV, and the metrics enable you to run the metrics evaluation during the tracking. So as for our tutorial, I recommend to use these arguments, so it will include everything. Then you should install a PyTorch. PyTorch you can download from the PyTorch main website. Before you are downloading PyTorch, please investigate what is your CUDA version, and after you discover what is your CUDA version, you can choose the right PyTorch version that is suitable for your CUDA version. I, for example, has a CUDA installed with version 12.4, and in this tutorial I decided to use PyTorch 2.5.0. So you can go to the section of previous PyTorch versions in the PyTorch website and find all the command for the installation. It depends if you have a GPU card, and then you should choose the CUDA version, or if you're using a CPU card, there is a command line for installing PyTorch with CPU support only. So this is the command for installing the PyTorch. After that, you should install YOLOv8. You can try YOLOv8 as well, but YOLOv8 was tested in this tutorial, so choose this specific ultralytics version. And after that, you should install these 2 Python libraries that give you the ability to download or open an online stream with for example YouTube video, and we are going to do a detection and tracking, object tracking for YouTube video. So that includes the installation part. Don't forget after that to click Ctrl Shift and P and choose Select Interpreter. And this is the list of all the Anaconda environment in my local machine. You should choose the relevant one. This is the one that we just created. You should click it, and now it will be your current Python environment inside the VS Code. So let's continue to the coding part. So let's start coding, and let's create a new Python file, and let's name it real-time object detection using the Norfair.py. Great. Now we will start by importing our core dependencies. We need OpenCV for frame processing, the Ultralytics library for our YOLO model, the vid gear, which is essential for high-speed, low-latency YouTube streaming, and we also bring Norfair to handle the persistent object tracking logic. And next, instead of downloading the video, we use CamGear to stream it directly from YouTube URL. So this allows us to process a live content in real time. So let's choose a video. Let's choose this one, which is a tennis ping pong, yes, a table tennis ping pong. So we will use this YouTube video for our streaming. This function, the CamGear, allows us to process live content in real time without the overhead of a local storage. Now let's start the main loop. Everything will be inside this loop. We capture the current frame from the YouTube stream, and if the stream ends or the frame is empty, we'll break the loop to close the program. And after that, we will display the processed frame using OpenCV, and we can add a Q button pressed for stopping the streaming and not waiting for the end of the full video. So it will be an exit condition to stop the script in any time. Let's run the code. Basically, we're expecting to load the video, basically create a stream with the YouTube video and run on the frame smoothly. So here it is. Great. So now we have a video file, and also we can extract each of the frames, and we are ready to run the detection. Let's continue to the detection process. Now we will initialize the YOLOv8 Nano model. I'm using the N version because it's optimized for speed, which is critical for a more real-time application. We also set a confidence threshold of 0.25, and we also specify that we only want to detect class ID 0. Class ID 0 corresponds to a person in the COCO dataset. Next, we go back into our loop, and this is where we start the AI inference step. We pass the frame into our YOLOv8 model, which identifies all objects in the scene, and then we grab the first result object containing our bounding box data. And now we are starting to use our Norfair Python library. And the Norfair requires a specific format to track the objects in the frame. And so in order to do that, we will filter the YOLO results to include only people who meet our confidence threshold and converts the center point coordinates into the Norfair detections. And now this is where the magic happens. We will pass our detections into our tracker. And our tracker has the ability to compare between the frames. And that's how it can label the same detected object during the process of the video. So I can see here that I probably forgot to initialize our tracker. So let's go back out of the loop. We are using a Euclidean distance to calculate the movement of the objects between the frames. And with the distance threshold of 100 to ensure the IDs remain stable even with a fast movement. The next process is drawing our result. We will use the Norfair built-in utility, and we are going to draw the tracked IDs and movement path directly into our video frame. Next, we loop through the row YOLO detections one more time to draw bounding boxes and labels for every person currently in the view. So we are going through all the results. We are going to grab and extract the points, the XY, Y, X1, Y1, X2, Y2, and also the score and the class ID. And we are going to check if the detection is a person, and also and above our threshold. Then we will use OpenCV to draw a green rectangle and also put the class name above the detected individual. So here is the using the rectangle function, put it on the same frame. And now we are using the position that we grabbed earlier, and also choose a color and the thickness of the rectangle. And after that we will put a text, and we will extract the name of the class ID, which in our case is only one, so it will be a person. And then put the text 10 pixels above our x1, y1 point. Let's choose a font, and also how thick will be the font and the color of the font. And this will give us the ability to see the rectangle, the bounding box, and the label name. And basically, I think that's it. And we are now ready to run the code and see the result. Let's run the code. First of all, we are opening a stream with the YouTube and start loading and extracting the video frames. The second process is loading the YOLOv8 model, and we will start the detection. So you can see here one person, here another person, here another person, here another person, if you follow my cursor. And also it's not really a detection, it's more tracking, since each of the detected objects got a number that labels this person. So now we can follow each of the person and use it for other processes. So basically a very good tracking and detection. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You're most welcome to subscribe my channel. More tutorials will be uploaded soon.